Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today our topic is effects of the fall of the Roman Empire. The great Roman Empire began in 27 BC and it ended in 5th century AD. With the fall of the Roman Empire, the ancient world, the history of ancient world ended and the Middle Ages started. What is Middle Ages? I had told you yesterday that the Middle Ages started from 5th century and it ended around 15th century AD. Middle Ages is also called the Dark Ages. What do you mean by the Dark Ages? The Dark Ages means the time period in the European history when the whole authority was shifted in the hands of Pope, who was the highest religious head in Christianity. He was the most powerful man in society and politics. All the decisions were taken by him. If anything was considered right by him, it was to be considered right by everyone. And if he considered anything wrong, everyone had to accept his opinion. So he was the most powerful man in religious and political matters. In the Dark Ages, common people did not have the right to education. They could not read and write. Only few men in the society who were influential and who belonged to the church could read and write. So the literacy rate declined in the Dark Ages. Only 5% of the population could read and write, and this was all due to the strong grip of Pope on the society and politics. So we call this age the Dark Ages, as the education, knowledge and enlightenment decreased, and people were ignorant and they did not get education, and they had to believe blindly in whatever the Pope said. So now we come to the impacts of the downfall of Roman Empire. Number one is invasions of barbarians destroyed the whole society and economy of the Western Europe. Whatever the Roman Empire had built in terms of trade, civil service structure, justice system and communication system was destroyed by the attacks of barbarians. The barbarians attacked the whole society and economy of the Western Europe. The only institution they did not attack was the Roman Catholic Church. Now this term is quite new for you, Roman Catholic Church, and another is Orthodox Church. What is the difference between these two churches? The center of Roman Empire, Roman Catholic Church was Rome, which is the capital city of Italy, and the center of Orthodox Church was Byzantium, which is now called Istanbul, and it is located in Turkey. And this belonged to the Eastern Roman Empire, and this belonged to the Western Roman Empire. And why were they divided into two parts? Actually, there is a difference in beliefs of these two churches. I think we need not to go in detail about the difference in beliefs of Christianity. We have nothing to do with these differences. So you just need to understand that the Roman Catholic Empire Church was located in Rome, and Orthodox Church was located in Byzantium, which is now called Istanbul. With the fall of Roman Empire, the Roman Catholic Church was not destroyed, and because the barbarians believed in Christianity, and they shifted the whole power in the hands of Pope, who became the strongest religious and political figure in the Western Europe. And another impact of the fall of Roman Empire was that the Eastern Roman Empire was shifted in the east, and Byzantium was its center, which is now called Istanbul, and Christianity developed there, was called Orthodox Church. Orthodox Church was the official religion in Byzantium Empire. The next impact of the fall of Roman Empire is people were frightened of the barbarians' attacks, and they left the cities and they went to rural areas. Now the Roman cities were left without strong leaders, and people could not do trade in safe environment, as the trade routes were attacked by barbarians time and again. Another impact of the Roman Empire is that advancement in education, the progress in education stopped. Only the people related to church and some rich and influential people were given the right to education. Common people had no right to get education. The next impact is the Roman Empire was, the Western Roman Empire was divided into small tribal kingdoms. The unity of the Western Roman Empire came to an end, and the small tribal kingdoms started to fight with one another. So this had a negative impact on the unity of Roman Empire. Another impact is the Latin language suffered greatly, as the people who came from Germany with barbarians, they got mixed with the Roman population, and now the original, the use of Latin language became very limited, and but the Latin language still survived. What was the reason of its survival? Because it was the language of church and education. So it was still being used, although not by many people. Only the people related to church and who were getting education used the Latin language. The last impact given here is the society suffered greatly due to the fall of Roman Empire. The society was disorganized, and again it started to get organized when the kings and their lords and the influential people and the rich people in the society, they developed feudal system. Now what is feudal system? I'm going to explain in the next video.